What happened? What happened? Oh my god. I literally, like... Oh my god. I literally get rated and then every single thing just cuts out. Oh my god. I did. I loved the raid. It was so awesome. I was raiding and there was all these awesome, amazing viewers that came. And then, of course, my OBS just drops and completely cuts out. And what happened? I know. And they get this raid. That's awesome. 88-Bit was hosting my stream, and now that's probably not happening anymore. And I had that awesome raid and awesome host, and I don't know. That sucks. And so now that was all gone. Hero, yay, it's back. I know, but it's just so sad because 88-Bit was like hosting my stream and everything and did that super awesome raid. And then my internet's just like, nope, you're done. OBS, screw you. So awesome. This is great. This is great for me. I'm super stoked. So that's super awesome. Awesome. So yeah, lots of technical errors for sure. So that was super fun. Really stoked to have that awesome raid and all those new viewers coming and checking out from 88-Bit, who was hosting my stream. And then it cut out, and now that's gone, and that makes me super duper sad. So, you know, just whatever. Oh, and now all my other stuff is, ugh. I'm just so sad. I'm just so sad. But now it's all gone. Oh, so good. Yay. Twitch done goof. Lots of technical errors. It still says the host is up for you. Really? Aw. Thanks, K Ducato. That's awesome. It just totally sucked to like have all you new people coming in with your butts and your faces and your awesome rating streams, and then it all just was like, okay, bye, done. So, aw, well, that's great. Thank you, K Ducato. I'm glad for you telling me that. And thank you for the raid, 88-Bit. I did not mean to just completely drop out on ya right there. It's a good time for your computer, James. The highs and lows of streaming with Andy. Totally modern. So we were just having a great time and had all sorts of people coming and joining and checking out the stream, and they all went, oh well, okay, that's what happens sometimes. Internets are like, hey, you know what, I'm done, I'm over this, I'm over you. And they just do not want to work. So you know what we're gonna do? We're going to get back to crafting and to cosplaying and to doing some shoe armor. Yours is not happy that you put a pause on or just a new Black to watch. Well, I'm happy. You tell him, Angela, that I'm happy. That it is not a stream without Angela here. And you tell him that. And that I said that. All right? Oh, good times. Anyway, back to what we were doing and back to what I was saying before that fantastic hosts from 88-bit, back before that stuff. All I was saying was that if you are going to be making shoe armor, you only need to tape off the one foot. Because, yeah, we have a left and right, so you just tape it off, and then you flip your pattern over for the other side. All right? So this is, that's what you do. My tape's falling on the ground. So I'm just finishing taping up the boot, and then I'm going to start drawing my stuff, and then I will show you how to shape it and everything. Warbler. I got a new roll of Warbler, which I am super stoked about. I just went out and got it. Hooray! Oh, hold on. Just making sure that everything is running. Because I'm like now mad. Oh, ugh. Brits. Just making sure that everything is working as planned. Hooray! Okay, everything seems to be working out okay. Aw, animal sounds! Yay! Still butts and faces. How late are you? Not too late. It was like 88-bit music raided my stream, and then my entire internet exploded and shut down. It was that epic of a raid. It was that epic. The butts and faces are back. Do you like that your everyday boot is a combat boot? It totally is. This is like my I wear this when I go teach. It's so bad, but I wear this when I go teach all the little children's. These are like my go-to work boots. So, I don't know. It's just easy because like they're comfy, but they're black, but it's okay. It's fine. It's a Pikachu butt. It totally is a Pikachu butt. All right, so just finishing taping off. Oops. Taping off the stuff. Yeah, you don't think anyone's going to complain. No, I mean, this is a pretty standard boot, right? Like, you can wear this to a school. Daniel says, yes, I am. I'm an elementary school teacher, a substitute elementary school teacher. So I I'm a certified K-7 teacher. So I do all elementary based substitute stuff. It's all subjects and everything, right? So like ABCs and 1, 2, 3s is kind of my specialty. Oh, you teach high school choir and orchestra. Seriously? You're a teacher too, Danimal Sounds? No way! That's awesome. I actually had to sub in high school. I had to sub in high school tech class and shop class, right? The other week. Usually I'm only do K-7 because I'm only certified. My bachelor's degree is for early for primary education, right? Early childhood education. And the kids at this high school, Danimal, were so mean to me. Like, they were so mean. It was all like 15, 16-year-old boys, and they were really like aggressively mean and rude. And I was so surprised because at least with the little ones, you can kind of like, I don't know, you can strike fear into their hearts of upsetting the teacher, right? So they were really mean. So I had to do that a little while ago. Kate Ducata, sometimes you wonder if you should be a teacher and enjoy the vacation schedule. Yeah, totally. Like, I am super excited because in like 3 weeks, I have a 2-month vacation. Hooray! So I am definitely stoked. Throw your computer tech in a high school. You don't have the patience to teach. Yeah, I mean, computer tech is, but you still, like, you still have to deal with kids, right? Like, I'm sure you still have to talk to them and to deal with them and whatever, right? So, Your kids are great. Sub for choir. They're nice. I don't know. Maybe it was just because it was, like shop class, like woodworking. It was all sort of 16-year-old boys, and they were just very, I don't know. I was just like, okay, guys, like, let's take our seats. And they were like, yeah, no. And they just kept their phones, and they were just like, I don't know. It was just very weird. It's very different than elementary school. That is for sure. Angela, you work at a law firm and you wear them every day unless you have a new client, then you change it for the meeting. Yeah, see, that's awesome, Angela. Yeah, you got to be comfy. That's great that you work at a law firm, too. My mother is a lawyer, so I know a good deal about, a little bit about law firms. How skilled you could be a teacher. The problem is you couldn't be patient enough with today's generation. Too many kids don't know what respect is. The littler ones are better with that type of stuff, especially when you get like really little. I like grade 5 because they're still like, that's when they're like, 10. So they're old enough that you can have conversations with them about things, but they are young enough still that they haven't become jaded with life, if you kind of know what I mean. So, TK guys, you teach high school students, they could be mean, but at least at that age, they have a bit more respect. Yeah, college students, like, I'm sure are, I don't know. I would love to teach college. I'm just not actually certified for college education. But college, it just feels like if they are spending money to go to school, they have a little more respect. Kind of what I mean? So, I don't know. Yeah, of course, you're in a grade 9, 10 tech class of 30 kids, and you're one of 3 girls in the class. It was not a nice class to be in. Yeah, I really would love, I saw a decent amount of girls in class, but, like, I would love there to be more girls in tech class, because they could do things like this, like cosplay, and make really crazy stuff, You may know her then, maybe. I won't, maybe, Angela. I won't say anything specific about it, but you might. She works at a very large law firm in Canada. One of the biggest law firms in the country. So, yes. In college, it's their choice. But yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Right, Thor? It's just that it's kind of like, when you start paying for school, they kind of get, I don't know. They start getting some, like, weird level of respect because they've, like, had to ball out for this. So. Okay, so I'm almost done taping up my boot here, my other boot. So I got my 2 boots. I got my high heel, sexier cosplay armor and my just, like, flat, more rugged cosplay armor boot. So I'm doing both. And, you're just a TA, though, so I don't know about actual teacher. Oh, yeah, but you're still a teacher's assistant, though. I mean, you still have to deal with it, and you probably have to do more marking and stuff that the kids actually come to you and say, hey, why did I get this mark in this, right? I know, that's what I would do in university with my TA, is I would always go to the TA and be like, yo, what's the deal? Oh, yeah, definitely, Angela. In college, their choice to be there. Yeah, definitely. Think before teaching kids, you should have some yourself. I don't know. I don't have kids, and I just teach them. We have fun. We talk about Call of Duty at lunch. Oh, having yours is only reinforced why you don't teach other people's kids. Chicago, that's hilarious. Good call. Okay. So I have finished doing all of my shoe armor and everything. Well, I haven't finished doing my shoe armor, but I finished doing my parenting. Okay. So I've got my little shoes all taped out. So the next thing that I am going to do, I'll start with this one. I'm just going to put this one over here to the side. So I'm going to start with this one. Yeah, you do all the grunt work. In Union College, it's important to remember your customer and that you get your money's worth when you're there. Yeah, definitely. That's what I mean about teaching, like, university and college students, is that it's like, I don't know, when the university and college student is paying for it and they're taking out student loans and bank loans and whatever, you kind of like, I don't know, you sort of get to a point where you're like, I know at least me with university, like I'm not gonna lie, my first year I was like, I had some parties and I would, was not the honor roll student in my first year because it was like my first time I had moved away from home and I don't know, I was in a whole new province and whatever. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think everybody's first year takes a little bit of like adjustment to get together, but after a while and like you're paying for it and you're taking out like bank loans and stuff, like then you're like, yeah, I should probably get together and go to class and graduate and make all this money I just spent worth it, right? Oh, hey, Lizzie. Hello. This is a cosplay stream where we're talking about loans about secondary school. We just have a lot of teachers in chat tonight, Lizzie. Like, we have a lot of teachers in chat tonight, so I just got into the education vibe and everything, right? Okay. So, hey Ian Wilson, how are you doing? Okay, so what I am going to do now, so I've got my shoe and everything all taped up so you can see. So I'm going to start creating my patterns once I get a pen that works. Yeah, I mean, that one works-ish. Okay. So what I like to do with my shoe armor personally... You said your name right? Oh my god, yes, good. I never say names right. So I mean, hooray. I did, yay. So what I like to do... Oh, no, Ian Wilson is following. Thank you. So what I like, yeah, they're all empty pens. Hey, Brain Creeper, how are you doing? So glad you could come join. So what I like to do with my shoe armors is I like to leave my heels exposed. I don't like to have the armor come down over top of the heel. I like to, that's why I pick heel color that is specifically matching of my armor, or else I will then end up painting. This is for just talking like stilettos and stuff, right? So I like to leave the bases exposed and then I like to paint them a color that matches and have the armor go over top. So because of that, the first thing that I always do is I try to draw exactly the line of where my heel is connecting. So can you kind of see that I have this tape down and I'm trying to follow the exact line of where the heel meets the like soft shoe part. Okay. Try your best to not pierce the stuff. Oh, I drew that line a little bit lower right there. Yeah, it goes up in here. Okay. So it goes right here. And then it goes up. Oh, come on. Sharpie time. Sorry. I'm sorry, Sharpie time. It is the Sharpie time. Stella tells you student loans at the yin yang. Totally. I know, the empty pen. I like cat pictures now. You're gonna look 1 million Bracewell Championship at QuakeCon this year. Wow, that's so crazy. I did. I'm sorry, Angela. I did try, but I gotta just bust the Sharpie out. I can't. It just was not, the pen died on me, so I'm super sorry. Okay. So as you can see, I've done the outline of where the heels are on these boots in particular. So that is where, so you can see, here's the other boot where the heel line sort of goes to. There you go. So I'm going to be using this as, this one goes in just a wee bit here. And then it picks up. So I've done the edges of my heel right here. This is where I'm going to be drawing all of my armor patterning on top right there. So, hashtag popcorn supplies are low, send help. Yay! Hey Gumball, how are you doing? Aw, dropping in to say hello and good night to your favorite Sailor Scout. Well, thank you, Gumball. I'm so glad that you came to drop in and to visit. That means so much to me. I really want to use a pen. It's just like easier and more pinpointy to use a pen. I'm just mad that these are all, they should not be dying, but they are. You need ice cream. I want ice cream right now. It is so hot here and I want ice cream like so bad. Oh, can you share something with the teacher Andy and the other teachers in chat? Sure, Lizzie, go right ahead. You are one of my trusted viewers that I trust to share links, of course. So go right ahead. I know, you're hungry? Me too. Oh, are we all just sharing the student loan pains? No, Ian, I have not yet. I have been working all weekend and have not had the pleasure to indulge myself in that much E3 stuff at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. I just like it easier when I can use a pen like this because it's just finer. It just gets the finer. It's just not gonna work. Oh well. Back to the Sharpie. So I'm doing the same thing, doing the outline on the boot right here. First step to work at Sculpey and making props of God Blessing. R.I.P. Bens. I know, the Bens are just totally done. Oh, the stream. I know, I heard that the stream is right now, Ian, for sure. But that's why I'm so happy that you guys are also here. Checking out my stream. I know it's a weird weekend for streamers because of E3. Oh, that one sound right there actually gave me chills too, Angela. Just this like very moment right here. See, the Sharpie just doesn't get into the cracks in the same way that the ballpoint does. It still traces the bottom just fine, but it just doesn't do the same as the ballpoint. The ballpoint is nicer. Okay, so here you go. You can see I've traced both of the bottoms of my shoes where the heels are. This one's super flat. This one has a big heel and I'm leaving the heel exposed, so I'm going to just show you both. It is super duper easy. So, all my streamers you follow are watching E3. I know, but this is, I cannot, I know. I wish that, I know, I would love to watch E3, but this is my Sunday crafting show and I just can't miss it. I cannot miss the stream fam and hanging out with them on this Sunday, and I can't miss it. So yes. Okay, I gotta go for a second here. Glass break. Someone's breaking into your house. Oh my God, Ian. Okay. Well, you keep us posted. Hopefully that's not happening. You keep us posted if this is what is happening. You couldn't go to university as you're at college, 16, 18, UK. You had a head injury, a bad knee injury, so you had too much time off. Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Thor. But I'm sure that there are some ways for you to go back if you really wanted to. Nowadays as well, college is not sort of the be-all, end-all. There's a lot of things that you can do that are not college specific, if you will. Like, a lot of people are really kind of foregoing college and getting into the world through totally different other ways. So don't even worry about it. Grab a baseball bat. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, fine tip Sharpies are good alternatives. Absolutely, Brain Craver, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna do this with my red. So I'm just seeing where sort of the middle part of my shoe is, because just the toe is the one pattern that I will be cutting in half. So I'm just going to grab the middle of it here. And I think that this is essentially, let's move this over just a bit. I think that this is essentially the center of my pattern right there. So starting out when you're making your patterns, okay, Ian. Well, you just keep us posted and keep us posted in stream what is happening and what is going on right now, because this is pretty crazy, and I've never seen something like this on stream. So definitely keep us posted. Hopefully you're okay. Let us know exactly what happens. There's a lot of people live right now watching you. So just, yes. Thank you so much, Tell Hunter, for the follow. Third, you did an apprenticeship instead, got you 4-year arms or experience in qualification. Absolutely, for sure. Berserker, you never been to college, don't feel like you missed out. Did trades instead. For sure. There's so many different ways that you can go about doing school. It is not necessarily the be-all, end-all of having to go to school to go to university and stuff. Be safe. How do you know that they have a pistol? How do you know, Ian? I'm super curious about this. Have you posted to Facebook yet? Modern? I don't know. I feel like modern. So, anyways, okay. Well, you should probably get, I mean, you're on Twitch right now, it's just fine, but maybe, I probably wouldn't text in chat right now, and I would just focus to being on the phone with the police. So I think that probably messaging in chat is probably not what you want to do, and you want to just sort of focus to what the police are going to tell you to do, okay, Ian? So there's everybody here. We're all watching, so yes. Anyway, let's see. You're saying stay calm? Okay, well, I would put all of my attention sort of to the police that are on the phone right now, and don't type on stream at the moment. I would put all my attention to the police that are on the phone. Anyway, yes, Brain Craver. Berserker works, not enough people doing trades anymore. It's true. There's actually very few people that are doing trades. So, you get, no, I mean, obviously, Ian, we're all here for you. Keep us updated and keep us posted. But, I mean, you need to really focus on what the police are saying on the phone 100%. To just make sure that you are being safe and you're following everything they're saying. I think that when you are typing in a chat at the moment of what's going on, that you're not then focusing on the situation around yourself and exactly what the police are saying on the phone. So obviously keep us posted, make sure everything is okay, make sure that you're safe and everything 100%. But we're still here, still stay connected because you're connected to other people right now. So still stay connected to other people that you're there in contact with, but try to keep most of your focus to the police on the phone, because that's the sensible thing to do in a situation like this instead of worrying about typing into Twitch. So, Feldanis, New Wolfenstein, one of your favorite games. I have not played it yet. I would love to know how it goes. Okay. So right now I just found myself, I like to always start off doing my toe cap armor. That kind of judges exactly how far up I want my armor to go. I just do it sort of based on eyeballing where I think that the toe cap should be. Do I have a tattoo on my foot, Stevie McCrunchyroll? Yes, I do. I absolutely do have a tattoo on my foot. I'm sure you saw that on my last streams with my floor streams. Yes, and hello. By the way, hello, Stevie. Hello. 27, 10, 17. All right. Okay. Anyway, so I just like to eyeball exactly where the measurement is. Oh, what is it? My tattoo? It's a rose. I think you guys saw it like last time. I don't know if I can can you kind of see right here? So it's it's wild roses. So the flower of Alberta is wild roses, and my uncle and father passed away in Alberta, and they've got flowers on here that mean them, and my mother, who is still in Alberta, and all of that. And so it's all just sort of a family meaning thing, black and white. And it was done by this really incredible artist who actually went to the same university that I did. And she was just a prodigy in all of her arts, actually hanging around the school. So, is it my only tattoo? Yes, it's my only tattoo. It's just on my foot. And I got it a long, long time ago. Well, not long. Well, I got it a while ago, but I did wait until I was a bit older. I didn't get it done when I was a kid. I waited until I had a little bit more thought about exactly what I wanted. Okay. So I'm just drawing, I just extended this just a wee little bit. So I'm just drawing my toe cap armor. I find it the easiest part to start with when you are doing armor design is toe cap armor. So I just essentially, I sort of eyeball my drawings. I take my center point with my ruler, but you can kind of see where your toe armor is going to be. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Stevie, so much. That's awesome. You have a tattoo. It's a rose that represents your grandma. Oh, thanks, CK Cosplay. You're afraid of getting tattooed because you have super sensitive skin. Yeah, the foot is, the rose is the national flower of England. I didn't even know that either. But yeah, it's the provincial flower. The wild rose is the provincial flower of Alberta. It's hard. I can't lift my foot up over my head to the camera. I'm not very flexible, or else I'd show you their photo. But that's the only tattoo that I have. I've considered getting others, but that's sort of it. I had my nose pierced for a while, but it was I don't know. It's just the ring just didn't do well with my nose. I have a really big nose as it is already, and it made it look even bigger. So I was like, done. You try tattooing your foot, hurt like hell. Yeah, tattoos on the foot are very aggressive. They hurt a lot. It was really good. I had a very, very good artist though. So as you can see, I've done my first toe armor cap. This is the first part of the armor. So now I need to make the decision whether or not I'm going to make separate pieces of armor, i.e. the barbarian. So with the barbarian separate pieces of armor, I wanted this so that I could This actually is attached on by Velcro. I will explain that later. But there is little things. There are D-rings that are in it. I just put Velcro on just for the time being and just to reinforce it. But I did this so that there could be fur and everything that kind of, and leather straps and stuff that came out the top and bottom. I want fur to sit underneath. It was the same with my Jupiter. I like to make detached armor pieces here. I like there just to have the bit of the boot through. So usually with heels, sometimes I find it easier even to do detached armor pieces. My nose is big. Aw, thanks, Modern. I appreciate that. You're sweet. Why am I putting that down? You're very sweet, honey. Thank you. But it slightly, but that's okay because this is me and it's a part of me, and this is something I inherited from my dad, and so I see my dad every day when I look in the mirror, and that makes me proud. So, you know, thank you though, Modern. You tried above the heel, the ink fell out. Yeah, sometimes it can fall out. It's like skin to bone, so tattoos like on the foot really can hurt, and sometimes the ink can fall out. I got really lucky. Mine stayed really different. I mean, really decently well. Hey, Discreet, how are you doing? I missed your face also, honey. Hello. Yes, and this as well, when you put a separation gap in there, can allow for the natural bend of the foot. If you think about it, when you walk, your foot will bend right there, and that can definitely allow for a natural bend in there. Oh my gosh, Aura, hello, Aura. Just got watched ending the E3. I know, it's been, I didn't mean to stream during it, but this is Sunday time, and I could not be with the fam, so you know what I mean? Oh, but hello, yay, awesome, Aura's here, hello, yay, Discreet and Aura, you guys came. So yes, it does, so CK is right as well, like, so it allows for the natural bend of the foot that can be in there also. I do make armor that will go up, like a complete greave. There is still separation parts in here, but I do make armor that can go all the way up, and I'm going to make more overlapping armor for the boot one right here, just so you can see both. So I am going to put a little bit of a gap, so I kind of just put, I don't know, just a small little gap in there, and then I will just do another mark spot, and I will have this one come down. Now this armor piece, I do not separate. So the other one, the toe cap, because it is so rounded, I do make it in two separate parts. This one, the center one, I do not separate it at all. So I'm just going to draw these over. And it's like any pattern, it can be modified, it can be altered and everything. You already have your base shape that you're going to have there. So I'm doing the gap right here to allow for foot room, or maybe for fur, or maybe for whatever kind of thing that's in there. And, aww, Daltonis and CK and Break Craver, hello everybody. The only interested in the new Wolfenstein, already played Quake a lot. Awesome, because you got that beta. Is this for Mercy or just a general tutorial? It is a general tutorial. I got some messages from a couple cosplayers, as well as for from specifically Second, who is making it was smoke, right? It was smoke. And I think I said that it was Sub-Zero or Scorpion, but he's actually doing a smoke cosplay. And he sent me a bunch of reference photos, and he's been having a really hard time with getting the idea behind doing shoe armor. And so this is what this is for. I've had other people message me about shoe armor, and it's weird. It's kind of a weird one that people don't think to do that many tutorials on, but it can kind of be a little bit complicated if you don't know exactly what you're doing. So then I just sort of decide exactly where I want this middle piece to go. I'm going to say that I want to go, so right there. Just going to, you know, where this is This is one that's very, because like I said, you would have your leg armor, you would sort of mark exactly where it comes down to. Say it comes down to here. So then you sort of just base it like that. Just going to draw a little line right up in here. And I'm going to make the shoe armor come down from this line. No, for Mercy CK Cosplay, I will be actually like making shoes. Like I'll have the same shoes. Like I'll have shoes as a start, but then I'm going to completely like cut them and paste things on them and completely revamp these shoes. So yes. Let's see. Am I holding off on Mercy to Thursday, or is that what you're working on all weekend? Yes. I've been working on Mercy on the weekend. I like to do more of my work on Thursday, but yes, I've been working on Mercy on the weekend and some other just random stuff. So that's sort of going to be doing both of those things, Mercy and other random things and whatever. Kind of trying to multitask a lot of different things. But yes, I was working on Mercy on the weekend, and I will show you guys some progress on Thursday when it is our Twitch Cosplay Thursday. So now you can see here's the side, the armor piece that goes up on the side right there. I mean, they're pretty similar. I just eyeballed the length, but you can actually take your ruler out and measure it if you would like. So I'm going here to the length, and this is 9 centimeters. And this side on the inside is 9 centimeters. So even though I kind of eyeballed it, I did pretty decent. I have a good eye for symmetry and for getting things to be as equal as possible. So that was pretty good. So there we go. So I got that, and I'm just going to leave that, and then I will cut it out, and we will do our warbler patterns. You can already start on here if you want to start doing pre-planning. Anyway. Okay. Let's see. I'd see you better in Jade costume than Sub-Zero. No, it's not. It's not for me. This is Second's costume. He's doing a Smoke costume. You'd see me in a Jade costume. Personally, I'd like to do Melina and have the crazy teeth and everything. So, yes, for sure. Anyway. Yes, so you'll be starting making your Mercy wings on Wednesday on stream, I think. Oh, for your Valkyrie, that's going to be amazing. Yes, Second was in here. He was talking in the beginning. He may just have gone into lurk mode at this moment, but yes, this was a highly requested thing as well from other cosplayers also. However, definitely it is a nice part of cosplay to kind of talk about. Shoe armor is one of those more sort of complex things. So you can kind of, it's just something that you just don't talk about that often. So you can, even if you want to do like pre-planning design, say you want to have like little swirls, and you're like, I'm going to have 2 swirls right here, and just like so, and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I mean? So, let's move on. So this is going to be the separated armor for the nice bend. And I'm just going to move on to the boot armor now. So we'll do this one in a one on top of the other. And all you essentially do is you make the same patterns, except you're just going to be joining them and combining them together. Smoke definitely needs florals. Yeah, so there you go. This is the Smoke things. We'll do this. We'll do a nice little heart right here for Smoke, right? So there you go. This is for you guys. So I heart you guys. That's for you guys. I heart you guys. That's for all of you out there. So we got that. What or who is Smoke? It's Mortal Kombat. So yes, it's from Mortal Kombat. So It is, it's got a very, very similar look to, yeah, very similar look to, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. Like, they all have a very similar sort of thing. Aw, the feels. Yay. Do they fit your feet? Yes, both of these shoes are my shoes. These are my work shoes and just my everyday shoes. And these are just some heels that I had kicking around for cosplay. So, oh yeah, how did I forget CK Shave? No shave. Yeah, he's like a cyborg ninja. So, yes, they will. So I'm going to do now, I'm just going to draw on my, this is for doing layering sort of armor, and also for, this is as good, as close as I would be able to sort of get to manlier shoes. So flat, non-heeled armor boots. So so then again, all you do is you just go with leading up, you know, the armor, just building it up, making your layers like so. I are back. Hey, it's a Cup Noodles. Hello. Yay, you're back. 30, whatever else can get through it. Yes. Anyway. Ugh. So, I'm just drawing my layers on like so. These are not as precise, but these are just some sort of rough sketches just for you guys. I'm just going to do, doing quick measurements. If I don't do measurements, it's going to just bug the hell out of me. 8.5. Alrighty. And 8.5. Hooray! Good, good. It actually worked out. Hooray! Yay. Okay. Every time you see Instagram Noodles, you want ramen. I know. It's just had the attention star roleplay has been swearing on Twitch a bit lately. You're modern. You may be at work, but here's me. Anyway, I kind of clued in a little early on that I may not feed the trolls. So I'm not entirely sure what the situation is, but chances are someone who's really undergoing a life-threatening situation is not going to be typing in Twitch chat. So at least if it were me, I doubt that I would be on the computer. Anyway, you had a bowl of Campbell's instant noodles today. That's sexy. Wait, that was a pretty bad wink, Modern. I am not gonna lie. It was like, it's pretty bad, but it's just like, yeah, you and I, yeah, I getcha. I ain't so dim, this girl over here. Anyway, it was pretty bad. Bowl of Campbell's instant noodles ramen today. Totally. You could warblot on some Skypes to your boots. Oh, so for the bad chocolate, some spikes to your boots. Totally. So yeah, so you can add spikes, you can add details. This is just sort of the base. This is just the base, like, plates that you're going to be putting on, right? These are just some base plates that you're starting your armor design with. So these are just basic plates, and then like you saw with the barbarians, for example, right? You can add essentially whatever you want. I think I'm only going to make actually just the first two here, just to save time and everything, but I'll just show you then exactly how to layer them on. So I think I'm just going to do these first two. But like I showed you right here, you know, like this is a dimensional shape having these spikes on here. One quick warning with shoe armor, and I found this out the hard way, don't put any sort of spikes or decorations on the inside. You will be walking and you will be hitting your feet together at some point during the convention, and they will rip and they will break off, and it'll be so annoying. I promise you, it will be incredibly frustrating. So I really would not advocate putting stuff in the inside. I have done that, and it has happened to me. It's been very frustrating. Okay, so starting with this one, I am just going to take my scissors, and I'm going to take my X-Acto blade as well, and I'm just going to start cutting this off. So I can just actually go in here to the bottom. And you had to eat chicken noodle. You had to eat noodles all last week long. So you gotta take chicken couscous fries and good meat. Ooh, awesome. I have not actually eaten that much couscous in my life, so I need to experience more of the couscous joy. So all I'm doing is just slipping my scissors in here and just cutting them out. Trying my best not to cut into my shoes or into anything. Whoop, into the fabric. There we go. Alrighty. So as you can see, it's like retained the shape right here of the shoe. That is why I want to actually fill the shoe up with all of these plastic bags, is because the tape does wrap pretty tight, and you really want to make sure that you are not squishing it in, so you're making your patterns a little too small. Speaking of things falling apart during cons, the first con is always an adventure and things falling apart. Absolutely. Like I've made shoes where I've had spikes on the inside and stuff, and they've gotten caught and they've ripped off. My Death Knight shoes had spikes on the toes, and they just ripped off. They ripped off on everything. They ripped off on escalators. They ripped off on even doors. It was incredibly frustrating. So all I'm doing now is cutting around the bottom line of the shoe, which was the separate part from the heel. Just moving that over just a bit. Gonna have frozen pizza. Oh, I want frozen pizza so bad. I really should taste it, and couscous is awesome. I've tasted couscous before, but I have just never, I just haven't indulged in couscous very often. I've only had it like in random restaurant situations where couscous was like the bonus, the item on the menu that came with the fish or something. Do you know what I mean? So okay. So I can get rid of just this garbage stuff. I should be throwing it in the garbage, but I'm not. I'm just throwing it on the ground. Overwatch call, so you're so close to getting your first star. Double XP weekend is the best. Oh my god. Amazing, Eric. Oh, congrats on being so close to getting your first star. That's awesome. I've got way too many stars, which is pretty gross because it just shows how much time I spend playing Overwatch, which is so bad. Okay, so I'm just cutting out these little patterns right here. I got them. So this is my upper shoe armor pattern right there. And then, oh, made my little separation point, just cutting this one out. Here is my bottom toe pattern. Now you can just try and like lay this flat and trace the pattern. You heard that sweat can make your glue / adhesive come off from armor. Is this true? I am not entirely sure. I've actually never had sweat ruin like the glue and the adhesiveness on my armor. With Warbler specifically, if you get hot in a piece of Warbler, and I've gotten hot at cons in Warbler, like let me tell you, and it is never detached. Other glues and solvents, I'm not entirely sure. I've never had a glue gun piece detach from body heat. I mean, there's a lot of them that I haven't, it just hasn't, you know, detached for me from body heat. So I'm sure you will be just fine with getting a little sweaty in your armor. If that has happened to other people, well, that's pretty tragic, but it is, I've never had that happen to me. So both of these pieces should be like essentially identical here. I'm just gonna mark them as like, because if I'm looking at this is gonna be the left side and this is gonna be the right side. So I just cut my toe armor just in half, and just making sure that I'm able to get it flat enough to trace a proper pattern with it. So I'm just going to put those there and this one here. All the rest of this stuff is garbage, and I'm just going to put my shoe down. Now I'm going to just cut out my boot shoe. Oh, a hoodie kitten. You learned real quick not to use hot glue on anything going outside here in the heat. Really? Like, I've never had it, like, melt with body heat or with any sort of heat. Maybe I just live in a cooler part, but that is very, very interesting. And CK, you've used hot glue with foam to make fastenings and they ripped apart for sure, but that's probably CK, the foam that was just ripping and everything. Fastenings are just so much better. So I'm just taking, by the way, I'm just taking a blade right here and I'm just cutting into the bottom of this so I can get my scissors up in there. It needs to be like 200 degrees for hot glue to melt. I'm glad that Ian Wilson is participating in the cosplay discussion. And yeah, it does. It's got to be. I'm really surprised. Like I said before, I've never had any sort of glues melt on me because of heat. I've even left Warbler sitting in like hot cars and armor. Oh, okay, bye, discreet, night night. I've left armor and Warbler sitting in hot cars, and like I've left it in my car for like, I've left swords in the back of my car for like months. It's like really bad. I should not do that, but I have, and I've never had anything completely melt or anything like that or completely get detached. Never had that happen to myself personally. I mean, I've left it in scorching hot days and had the Warbler get a wee bit soft, but it was definitely not like that it got ruined or anything. Tin Man Frisbee, thank you so much for the host. I totally appreciate that. And you've had polymer clay melt on a cosplay when it was baked. Yeah, polymer clay can do weird things when it gets baked. So you're supposed to bake polymer clay to make it really hard, but it depends on what type of polymer clay that you have. And sometimes it can, aw, thank you, Discreet, for hosting my stream. So yeah, sometimes you can get polymer clay that gets really affected by heat and everything. Scorching hot days. Aw, Bill Buckham. Thank you so much for the follow, Bill Buckham. Sounds like an old-timey name. Some hot days in Canada is like 0. Yeah, totally. Right? Hot days in Canada. Ha 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 ha. You use the good Skullfy stuff. Yeah, well, it's, yeah, if you're having a melt, that's like crazy heat that you got going in there. Valdonis, depends on if you got stuff like one layered without foam and stuff that will deform and screw itself up. See, like with thermoplastics, even though, yeah, they are thermo and you do have a heat gun that is used to heat and shape it, I've really never had weather affected, though I'm not gonna lie, I've heard all of the stories that have gone around cons in the cosplay community and people have been like, yeah, it's gonna melt, blah, blah, blah. Oops. I forgot to put my center dividing line. Sorry, on my pattern right here. So that's probably about center. Oh, I should have done this when it was still in the boot. Just trying to like retain the shape with just some masking tape. That's probably good. It's probably fine. So I just drew my little center line. So this is my shoe armor on a flat, non-heeled boot. All right. Hot days in Kelowna is like 100, right? Stella, I'm so bad with Fahrenheit for realsies. I don't know. It's hot days in Kelowna. It gets up to like 35. Like a really hot day will be like 35, 38. Sometimes in Kelowna, like we've had it get to like really high 30s, you know. Like, I think we've even had it get 40s. Like, that's hot, but I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I'm not good with the Fahrenheit. So, here it's 40 degrees in the afternoon, actually. Yeah, so there you go. BC is where Albertans go to vacation, Jordan. So, totally. I had some Albertans talking to me yesterday and telling me that they feel like Kelowna is like the Southern California of Canada. So... you know, 100 degrees Fahrenheit is 37, 38. Yes, absolutely. So yes, it's in the 100, 102, that kind of range for sure. Okay, so this pattern, and then this is my boot. I'm just gonna do these two. Okay, let's get some of this crap off. Alright, so I've got my two patterns. So I've got my boot pattern. I'm just going to write that this is FB flat boot. And then we're going to do, left, right. Okay, the other ones I'll remember because it has I Heart You Guys on it. Modern, you always get a week of at least those kind of temps. Until you start getting 47, 50 degrees days, don't complain about the heat. Wow. Yeah, I know. I heard Australia's got like really, really aggressive heats. So definitely really amazing heats. But that's why so many people... Tristan Lambo, thank you so much for the follow. But yes, that's why people can get really crazy... amazing vacations, and they always talk about Australia and like, you know, go to the reefs, and because of the weather and because it's so hot. So I'm actually kind of jealous of that because I love the heat. Love the heat. Keeps you on your toes. Chicago one time got up to 113 Fahrenheit where you live, and it rained the day before, so extra humidity. Wow, crazy. All the birds had heat strokes. I believe that animals can sometimes get crazy affected, though, by the heat. Like, we already have hardcore warnings that are going on, like, all over the city and all over our, like, local news thing about what to do when you see a dog in a car and all the, like, procedure of how to break the window and to take these pictures first and to call the police first, because... it's like the biggest, like there's window smashings going on here like all the time now because people are just freaking out about these dogs. All right. Whoops. So now I just got my craft foam out. So all I'm going to do is just trace these patterns, and then I'm going to bust out my big roll of Warbler. I went craft supply shopping and just balled out on a lot of craft supplies this week. So that was good and really awesome, and I'm really happy that I got all my supplies all figured out. Oops, I gotta take some of this stuff off. Just, yeah, I was really happy. I got all my supplies figured out. I mean, I still need a ton of Warbler. I was only able to get one sheet of Warbler, so I need a ton more Warbler, but it will come hopefully soon. So, Your phone is like 10 seconds ahead of your Xbox. Yeah, probably. Streaming on the Xbox just sucks. Oh yeah, you always get those messages every summer. And it's usually Albertans. Yeah, the messages about the dogs and stuff. Don't leave your pets in the cars. Absolutely. And so now we've got these what to do with your pet in the car messages. Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm just taking my pattern and I'm laying it on here. And I'm just going to... Oh, that's not a pen. That is super a X-Acto. So I'm just going to trace out my shoe pattern onto here. Ugh, stuck in my mouth now. Oops. Fuck. Frick. Alrighty. So I got my shoe pattern. This is my high heel shoe pattern of just the one upper part right there. Bar fishing. Aw, good night, Stella. Good night. Oh, I was sending some picture. I was sending it for you and stuck up. Night, night, Stella. You want some Tim Tams? Oh yeah, I want Tim Tams too. I've heard about Tim Tams. I've heard that Tim Tams are supposed to be pretty awesome. Okay, so now I'm just going to do, this is for my, I'm just going to label this HH. This is for my high heel. This is my toe piece. Oops. So that's right. High heel, toe piece. Okay. And then the left. High heel, toe piece. Alrighty. Left, high heel. So I got those ones. I'm just going to put my patterns. I'm going to make sure that they're safe and kept away in a good spot. The Hoffy Man. It's 1 a.m. in New York. Oh, you're in New York. That's lovely. I've been to New York once and it's an incredibly magical place. So that's super duper awesome. Okay, now I'm just doing the pattern, tracing on the pattern of the boot. You want me to send nudes, Angela? Okay, I don't know. I missed a conversation that's going on here. My God, I miss this. So you don't have to worry about what you can eat. It's so hot here. You can't complain because the weather has been so gross lately. And now it's like 90 degrees. It's awesome that it's nice and warm. It has been incredibly hot here. It's like 100 degrees here. I learned this today. It's like 100 degrees here. Okay, so I'm just tracing this one out. Oops. Okay. So there's this one. Oops. And this is the flat boot. I don't know why I'm labeling it FB. It just makes sense to me. Cyber Demon, hello. How are you doing? Hello. What are we talking about? No, I just totally missed all of this stuff. You know, like I miss everything, and then all I see is Stella. You want me to send some nudes? I missed the whole conversation. So I don't know what's happening. I think Stella's, or no, what's it, Stella's? Angela. I think Angela is getting herself into to a mighty situation. Send me food, not nudes. Oh, see, Angela's a big girl. She can take care of herself. Oh, good times. Freudian slip, totally. Oh, fun. This is great. I love you guys. You guys are like the best. Angela, you're asking for food and you changed it to nudes. Well, you know, it is modern. But I know, I said I wanted Tim Tams also. I said I wanted foods. So I want some Tim Tams. I also like to just say Tim Tams, because it sounds like a super fun thing just to say. Tim Tams. Alright. Wait, which was this one? Shoot. Left. That's an L. And now right. I don't know if I'm going to make both sets of armor. I may just make one and just show you guys exactly how it works. Maybe I will, maybe. I don't know. I'll do the boot first because I think that's a little more universal than heels. I mean, us ladies like the heels, but it's exactly the same practice. The Hoffyman, hello, thank you so much for the follow. The Hoffyman from New York, hello. Let's see. I guess everyone will have to remain us. Oh, you guys seem like a great joke. Everybody is a really chill group. It's a good group. We're all really cool, chill, good group of people. We got some real love in this Twitch fam right here. For realsies. Alright. And just trying to get this one down. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start out with just warbling the boot because it is a little more universal. And then maybe I'll do the high heel, but they're essentially just the same thing. Ugh, I just keep getting this stupid... Better. Okay. Good show. And that's the right one. Alright, so now all I'm going to do is just cut out all my little pattern pieces I made. So here's all my pattern pieces that I made for my shoe armors. This one you can see, that's the boot one, and this one with the bigger arc because it is a heel and it's thinner is the high heel one. And so I'm just going to cut these out. Then I'm going to get my warbler out and warbler them up and show you guys. You heard there's mango Tim Tams. I want Tim Tams. Amazon.com sells it. Oh my god, okay, yes. we are getting some awesome food links going, which is pretty wicked. Okay. And there's modern Vegemite is $60 here. Right on. Oh, it sounds like a food Patreon. That's what it sounds like. Okay, so right now I'm cutting out the boot one because I just like, I don't know, the boot one seems pretty universal and super duper easy to do. This is one where you're going to be using all your different protractor and your paint scraper chan and all of those things to do because of the curves and some of the flat bits to make your pieces. So I just cut this one out and you can just see you had mango brownies last night. That's so bizarre. I mean, I like mango and mango smoothies, but I've never had mango brownies. So can you kind of see, I'm trying to show you guys this, see if you can see it in this one. Do you see how like it fits into the pattern? Maybe I'll just do it up to this one. So I just am showing my pattern right across and you can see that I've got the shape and it fits almost, sorry my boots are dirty, and it fits almost to the exact edge of the rubber sole right there. So I'm not going to have it go past it. You got to remember there's also going to be a tiny little bit of length that's going to be added on with the Warbler, but you can see here's the shape and it's starting off. So now I'm going to get the toe cap out. And it's like literally just so simple. All it is just patterning, drawing, and then warbling and putting on top. There's multiple ways that you can sort of attach your shoe armor. I'm just going to move this away just for a moment. There's multiple ways that you can attach your shoe armor. I like the D-ring and strapping method personally. So I actually have done a multitude of both. So here's the inside. This is my Barbarian toe cap. And I'm curious if this actually, it doesn't quite fit here. Fits a little bit, but not quite. But here's the inside of this toe cap. So you can see I have all of these super duper tiny D-rings that are in here. I will then take a strap and I will strap them to the bottom of my shoe with a very like aggressive industrial style rope. And I also put on some what is this? This is like that adhesive why can't I remember the name of what this stuff is? Velcro. Thank you. Wow. This is this adhesive Velcro and I put that on the inside. If you want to glue them to them like the Sailor Jupiter ones, for example, there are D-rings that you can kind of see on the side, but because I actually made, let's see, so you can kind of see these D-rings right on the side there, but because I made boot covers, I actually sewed the D-rings to the actual boot cover fabric and then put a bunch of hot glue and just stuck it on, so these little toe caps are on there permanently. So there's multiple ways that you can attach your toe caps. Let's see. Anyone else? Anyone else get the feeling I start yelling for not paying attention to the topic? No, I love that you guys talk about things. I love that you guys have a nice little community and you talk to each other about food and like, you seriously have no idea how happy that makes me feel. That's okay. I don't care if you're on topic or not. I'm just going to prattle on and do my stuff and just keep going and whatever. And I love that you guys sit there and you talk to each other and you make friends and talk about stuff. Seriously, talk about whatever you want. This is a place for everybody. Just because it's my stream doesn't mean that this isn't everybody's space that they can come to hang out and see friends and chat. So yes. Phil Dennis, how many shoes do I own? I own a decent amount. I own maybe like 10 pairs of shoes, something like that. I'm not a huge, crazy shoe person. I'm not the craziest of shoe people. Maybe I own like 10, 15 pairs of shoes. shoes that I wear on like continuous occasions. I only wear a couple of shoes daily. Then I have some really special heels. I actually have a pair of Manolo Blahniks, and these are my special shoes that I got when I was in New York, because it was the first time, and I don't know if I'll ever be back to New York again, so I kind of treated myself to something super special. Those are my special shoes. So, you can never take off the caps on those boots. No, not on my Sailor Jupiter ones, Angela. I don't know. I made these boots specifically for Sailor Jupiter, and so I'm never going to use white thigh-high boots for anything else, or if I do, I'm just going to make some new ones. So, yes. Oh, you thought I was bleeding? No, it's just the Sharpie. It's getting all over me. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these out, and then I'm going to warble them up and show you just how easy it is. But yeah, the Sailor Jupiter ones, no, I can't take them off, but that's okay, because those were only those boots that I specifically created or painted like in Sailor Jupiter colors, and they were really just meant to be Sailor Jupiter boots. So I am completely 100% satisfied with them not being able to... Hey, I actually drew it kind of to the line that's right there. With them not being able to be taken off, that's fine with me. It's jumped from 10 to 15 seconds. Oh, hey, Adrius, how are you doing? Hello, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, they were expensive shoes, Angela, but that's the only shoes that I have that are expensive. And my mom, like, helped me with them. She helped me get them because it was our girls' weekend and our girls' adventure to New York. And so, yeah. So this was like a special thing. And they were something that I will probably end up wearing at my wedding for something old and something blue. So, yeah, they're special shoes, and they're the only expensive shoes I have. Like, these ones I got at Journeys for $30. So, I don't buy expensive shoes or really expensive clothes for that matter, but these were really special. So, they were special for me. So, yes. Oh, you have maybe 20 pairs of shoes, but you only wear like 3 pairs. Yeah, it's the same thing with me, CK Cosplay, for sure. Got work in the morning. Keep vibrating, Craver. Bye-bye. Aww. Yeah, it was, my mom was, no, not Louboutins or anything. These were just special because my mom and I had a really big, like, thing was us. I know it sounds so stupid, but, like, we were really big in with, I just got to adjust these so that these are the same length here. We were really big with watching Sex and the City, my mom and I. So these are specific, it sounds so dumb, but these are like specific shoes from Sex and the City. These are some specific shoes that are worn in the movie, and my mom wanted to do something nice and special for me, and she thought that that was the perfect thing. So I know it sounds really dumb, but it's just me and my mom. She's like the only family that I have, so we have a really special bond together. So, you know. Yay! Most expensive shoes you have your cowboy boots is lasting almost 20 years. That's awesome. Your wife spent $4,000 on 3 Louis Vuitton bags, $800 on a wallet. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. I do not have money to do things like this, and this was, you know, a special thing for my mom and I. But anyway. But other than that, no, like this stuff, I bought this at Ardene's for like $15. I just, you know, I'm a teacher, right? I don't have much money. But, it's definitely was just a special thing. This happened at the start of the year. Moms are the best. Yeah, moms are lovely. My mom is like, you know, really important to me. So, your weakness is purses and wallets. Your husband buys you on occasion. I don't have any purses or anything. Yes, I'm a teacher. I'm an elementary school teacher. So, clearly I have, like, teacher salary and stuff, except for my mummy who sometimes does special things for me like that. Okay. So, I've got my things in foam right here, and I'm going to just get my Warbler out. Like I have. Aww! Thanks so much, CK Cosplay. Totally. Yay for cheap girlies. That is exactly it. I do not go hard when it comes to shoes and stuff. Oh, I wonder if I could get away with just using this. Oh my god, I actually might be able to. And I could not bust out the roll even though I've opened it. Yeah, I do not go hard. I am so excited to go to Japan and go to the Harajuku district, and I heard that they've got like these amazing clothes for super duper cheap, and I am like absolutely ecstatic. But thank you so much for the bits, CK Cosplay. I totally appreciate that. Kawaii Foxy, Kawaii Foxy, hello, welcome, 1985, hello. And you're new here, that's great. I'm so glad that you've joined. It's good if I like Sex in the City, check this out. I'll have to definitely go with that. But yeah, this was just something like, it was a really big deal with me and my mom. Like, I don't know, we're each other's like best girlfriends, so. Aw, thank you so much, Modern. Aw, hearts and loves. Thanks, Modern. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Annie. Aw, I totally appreciate that. Thank you, Ann. Yeah, it's totally, definitely, yeah, like Sex and, I know it sounds dumb and like it's such an old show now, but it's just, it was important to me and my mom, so. She's my best friend, like, you know, she's my best girlfriend. And we do our girl times together. So, and I'm an only child, so it's just me and her. Oh, but thank you so much, Modern. That's awesome. The ones that bothered me. Oh, thank you so, it's so funny that the one said was bugging you. And then one said, oh, but thank you, Modern. I totally appreciate that so much. Okay. So I'm just tracing out my Warbler patterns right here. Just trying to concentrate. So there's my front and back there, and then I'm doing my toe caps. Darn it! Just want to see if I have any more scrap Warbler around here. What crazy? Oh, the crazy ring light. Where did I get it? I just got it on Amazon for like really decently cheap. I've had 2 lights up here burn out, and it's just the lighting in this room was just so bad. So yes, I did. I got it's one of those like knockoff brands. It's not like an expensive brand, but you know, whatever. I think it works. I think it works just fine. So I think it's all right, Thaldonis. Yeah, you finally get to see the paint scraper address, totally. And then at the like super special amount or whatever. I don't remember what I think it's like over $30 or something like that. I think that's what the Streamlabs like base one was. Then there is what is it? It's Heat Gun dancing. It's Heat Gun Chan dancing. So yes. Yeah, Amazon's really good, except for Canadian Amazon. It's just like not as good as American, that's for sure. Sorry, I'm just looking for some. These are really small pieces, and I would love to not have to cut into this big roll to be able to do these. manage with these scraps here. Yeah, Canadian Amazon is not the best. Iron said, is even currency again? They got rid of it. Do they actually get rid of 1 cent in Australia too? Because we haven't had pennies anymore. So it's kind of sad because it's very rare now that you can say, find a penny, pick it up all day long, you'll have good luck. Like, that's kind of a rarity at this point now. So it's sort of sad. Are you close enough to the border to have a P.O. box? I'm about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, something like that, away from the border. So I could theoretically get a P.O. box, but it's just, I don't know. I've never done that before. And I know people have said that, but I haven't gone there yet as far as thinking about getting an American P.O. box. And I definitely will consider it for sure, because I know that it can end up just being a lot cheaper to get stuff just sent to a P.O. box and driving the hour and a half to like 2 hours. But crossing the border scares me. I don't know what it is, to be honest. Like, it's fine. It's just, I don't know. It just stresses me out a little bit. Yeah. Oh, Berserker Works. Find a dime, have a good time. So, okay. So this is the one that I heard. I read this when I was a child in Archie Comics, and I have now said it for like, I don't know, like 20 years, you know? Okay. So it was, find a dime, say the rhyme, you'll be lucky every time. That's the one that I heard from Archie Comics. Find a dime, say the rhyme, you'll be lucky every time. So I say that now every time I find dimes. You bought from Amazon.com without too many problems. Yeah, I don't know. Am I smuggling drugs? No, but have any of you seen the show? For the North American viewers, have any of you, and maybe even only Canadian viewers, have any of you seen the show Border Security? It is a show that's just completely like based on the idea of going across the border and all of like the border checks and stuff. And even though, yes, they're very nice and whatever, it stresses me out. It's weird to go over the border so many times. And I order like a lot of stuff. Yeah, Canada Border Patrol, totally. Use Package Express with the U.S. Post Box. Really? So we're not big on P.O. boxes. You like that show, Drew? I like that show too. I watch it, but it still like kind of stresses me out. I don't know. Canada does have P.O. boxes. I considered getting a P.O. box because I've had a lot of people ask me if I will ever get a P.O. box to do like things like mail stuff and like mail streams, and people want to send like funny things in the mail. So people ask if I could get a P.O. box so that I could do like unboxing things and mail stuff and whatever, but I just haven't actually looked into it seriously before, so I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so now I got all my things. I was able to use a lot of my scrap Warbler to do this, so like I was saying, don't throw away these scrap pieces of Warbler. They can sometimes be really useful. So I'm just going to cut these out. Let's see. The thing that you learn from comics is great power brings great responsibility. Yes, of course. So it's your favorite comic character. You got Spider-Man, which is awesome. One of the most famous quotes in comic history for sure. Please, Andy, could just bat an item to go weak at the D's. No, like, okay, here's a Border Patrol story for you guys. So, driving back from BlizzCon, and on the way to BlizzCon, my cosplay was not finished. So, oh no, there's stuff on this Warbler. Ugh. So I had to bring along What is happening? Are you guys seeing this? What is this? Oh. Oh, I remember. This is the piece that I used wood glue on in the priming stream. Oh my god, that tripped me out. I thought that my Warbler was coming apart. I was like, I've never seen this happen before. Oh my god, that completely tripped me out. Yeah, it is. It's the glue that I use in priming stream. Anyway, never mind. Okay, so my border, yeah, I know. That's fine. I got super confused. Anyway, so my border security story. Clue me like, no, it's fine. It's not Warbler like doing the first thing ever in Warbler history. It's fine. So my first, so my one border experience, like not my one, but like my one odd border experience was I was coming back from BlizzCon. The way to BlizzCon, my cosplay wasn't done, so I had to bring along the airbrush to actually like airbrush and stuff in the hotel rooms and whatever, right? Anyway, so BlizzCon happened. That's all well and good and whatever. Coming back through border security, and I was like driving back on the day of the US election where Trump was elected into office. And so there was all these people that were talking about going and hopping the border and driving over to Canada and blah, blah, blah. So it seemed like the Canadian border crossing was really like going super duper aggressive, right? And they were just preparing for a bunch of people coming over, right? Anyway, so it was like really late at night going through, and they stopped and they said, hey, we're doing like, we've calibrated a bunch of machines and stuff. Is there any way that like we could scan your vehicle just to test? Aw, thanks Noah Cormanis for the follow. So is there any way we could scan your vehicle and stuff and go through it just to test the calibrations of our machines? Like, we're the only people there, right? Like, so I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine, right? So they do it and whatever, and then they finally come in and they're like, what is the deal with all the stuff in the bag? And I was like, oh, okay, so I'm a cosplayer, and so like this gun of McCree's is fake. It's made of resin. This like, you know, bow that's like Hanzo's bow is like, you know, it's fake. This is all I'm a cosplayer, and it's down at there for a comic convention. And they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. Because we saw this big canister, and I was like, oh yeah, that's an airbrush. Like, it's used for painting because my costume wasn't done. They're like, oh yeah. They're like, so it looks a lot like a homemade crack pipe. And a lot of crack dealers and really aggressive crack smokers are using homemade pipes like this to get high. And so we thought that, you know, you may have been like a drug mule or a serious aggressive drug doer or whatever. I was like, no. I'm like, it's cosplay. And I like showed my bow, and I showed like, you know, like my armor. And I was like, see, look. I'm like, look at the shading. That's what it is. I don't smoke crack. I'm sorry. It's an airbrush. And they're like, yeah, we ended up seeing the paint and stuff, so you're fine to go. But like, let me tell ya, we were worried for a second, and I was like, oh, like, no, it's okay. So that really stressed me out. That was like one time that I got incredibly stressed. I was like, no, it's cosplay. It's fine. Like, I don't smoke crack. It's cosplay. So like, yeah, that was the one time that I got a little bit stressed out at the border patrol. Like, you know. You got the border after PAX, and the border guard wanted to talk about Borderlands' easiest crossing, right? On Berserker Works. That is an easy crossing. That was the only one that did, like, really stress me out. So, I was, yeah, I was a little bit like, wow, I've never been, you know, had somebody think that, like, something that's one of my tools for cosplay is used for smoking rocks. So, you know, that one was kind of stressful. But yes. Oh, this is the big scissors on a plane story. You might get a list. Yeah, totally. My big scissors on the plane. That was another story, but that wasn't like border stress out. That was like TSA being super negligent about scissors. The real Marky Mark. Awesome. Thank you so much for the follow, the real Marky Mark. But yeah, no, that was a totally different story. Aw, Doom Fan Forever. Thank you so much for the follow, Doom Fan Forever. But yeah, that was a completely smoke rock. Isn't that how you say it, right? I don't know. This is like what they said on Breaking Bad. Like, I don't know. So, anyway. Yeah, it's not crack, it's cosplay. Totally. It's a good quote. The guards give you a hard time when you tell them you're only crossing to eat steak. Yeah, I've always wondered that. Like, if you say that you're crossing, like, and I'm curious if there's some fellow Americans here that can give me some insight. If I were to get an American P.O. box and order stuff off of like Amazon and not have to pay the crazy import charges, can I say to the border, I'm going over to go to my American P.O. box to pick up things? Or is that like not allowed? Like, I don't know how it works. So, this stream is out of control. No, but this is true. This is like a true story. Look at the shading. I don't smoke crack. Totally. Yeah. This is a true story. I've never had anybody think that like a tool I use for cosplay is a drug machine or whatever. A machine for drugs. I don't know. I've never had that happen before. But yeah, this is similar to the TSA and the flying and letting me carry like scissors that were like twice the size of this, like on board the plane. I mean, that was nuts. Like, that was negligent on United, on the TSA's behalf, to let me have in my carry-on something like this. I mean, nail clippers? No way. Eyebrow tweezers? No way. These? Absolutely. Go right on. Right on. That was wild. But, okay, so now I'm going to heat all of these things up. I got my Warflow cut out, and I'm going to heat these up, and then I'm going to shape them on, and you're just going to see some armor. So I gotta get my heat gun all plugged in. Oh, it's already all plugged in. I'm sure it'd be a legit, so they wouldn't care. See, I don't know for sure, right? Oh, hello, Rose. How are you doing? Hello. You know, a lot of people who do that. Okay. Sometimes you get people to deliver across the border, so they wouldn't care. See, okay, fine. So a lot of you are saying that it seems to be a legit reason. Well, then that's something I'll definitely have to look into, because, you know, if I wouldn't get in trouble for it, then I would be definitely all right with that. So I'm just grabbing my protractor. Just 1 second. And my paint scraper. This is a different paint scraper too. I don't like this one as much, but I can't find my other one, so I'm using this one. Then you can pick up right before the border in a border office. Interesting. Oh yeah, so you don't have to pay to cross the border, but I'm curious if you have to pay to bring items in, right? It's like when you travel, you have to fill out declaration forms about that. You went this place and you only spent this much money and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know how it works. Are you able to not have to pay? Like, I don't know how it works. Oh, stop it. Oh, I hate using wax paper. It sucks. And now there's just like smoke everywhere. It's not gonna like light the house on fire. It's just, you know what happens with wax paper when you... Ugh. Anyway. Okay, so I'm just putting these down here. Go. And so you see I'm doing my little warble sandwiches, because warble sandwiches are my favorites. finishing. Taking helpful protractor and doing all my angles here. As I get back to the cosplay after we talked about like crazy border stuff or whatever. It's a very interesting subject though. I find it very interesting because like we just, you know, Canada and the States just in such close proximity. I have a lot of American friends and it's just, there's still weird things that can happen sometimes, you know? It's hella cheaper to go and make a US box. Shipping rates aren't that much from US to US. It's true, but I just like, see what I wonder is like, you know, you have to sign out those sort of declarations and stuff, right? It's best if you say you're visiting a friend and coming back with gifts. So everyone was talking about food, so you're ready to take a break and review. That's awesome. Yay. You got good mans right there. If you say you're going to pick up packages, they may make you pay the tariff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right? I was wondering if it was like a tariff kind of thing. Because like, you know, you go and you travel to a foreign country and it's like if you're gone for a week, you're allowed to bring back $1,000 or something worth of whatever before you have to pay import charges or whatever it is on it, right? So I was always, and you can only bring back under 10, you can only cross over with under $10,000 cash, and like, there's all these things. So I'm curious if I would have to pay any sort of import charges because I'd only be there for an hour. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know how it works with that kind of stuff. It'd still be cheaper to go and pick it up at the border instead of shipping. Well, I mean, shipping internationally is like absolutely insane though. Like the cost of international shipping is pretty intense. Like to Canada, we live so close and yet it's costing me like $50, $60. It's costing me, you know, $20 more than the price of the item to ship. That's nuts. To me, that's nuts. And it's like I live, what, like 4 hours away from you? 5 hours away from, you know, someone, right? I live 2 hours away from the border. Like, why is it costing me $60 to ship something in? So, stupid wax paper. I need parchment paper so bad. I bought parchment paper, but I used it all in cooking. I actually cooked a lot this week. I made steak and shake and bake chicken, which was, I mean, it's in the oven, right? I put something in the oven, so that was really good. So good for me. Hooray! Okay. So just once again, doing my nice little wobla sandwich right there. Do I miss Alberta beef? Yes. I do. You'd smuggle stuff to me? Yes. I would love that, Martin. And yeah, I can sort of cook. I'm really good at barbecue because I'm from Alberta and Alberta's like the land of beef, right? So I'm really good at meat. I'm good at barbecue. I can make a good roast. But I've really started to try to do more cooking because I'm trying to get healthier for Japan. And yeah, I've been definitely trying to, like, you know, eat as healthy as I can. But I can vaguely cook. I can do some steaks. I can do a roast. I'm good at, like salad. I can make salad. I'm good at that. So not the greatest cook though. I'm pretty bad when it comes to the cooking. Alright. So once again, just doing the Warbler sandwich method. I'm using my protractor to sandwich in the Warbler. So now I have my 2 pieces of my toe cap. So I'm going to join them together and I'm going to put them and shape them onto my toe. Now, because I have wrecked this toe and there's like a little chip of the faux leather that I have on here that's off, I'm going to actually just put a small layer of saran wrap over because I don't want the Warbler particles or the glue to stick to the ripped part of the shoe. So I'm just going to do it just like this. So I'm just going to wrap this over. Not even tightly. I know that the Warbler could end up sticking to the little particles just briefly, and I just don't want to make the hole any bigger because I love these shoes and they're wet. And I'm never going to be able to buy them again. So I'm just heating up both sides, and then I'm going to join them together. Don't I have... Don't you have carpet stains to clean, Ian? Oh, modern. Well played. Good times. Good times in chat. So I'm just heating both of them up really, really quick. Ouch. Now they are hot. Ow, ow. I might have to do squeaky door open soon. Get this all aired out. So I'm just heating, and because again, like they have a curve, they're going to end up curving and touching each other. See, they're already starting to curve and to take the shape while I am forming them together. So I'm still going to try and get them and get rid of the seam line as much as possible and as flat as I possibly can. I mean, the seam line can always be taken out later with priming and sanding methods, of course, or you can just put decoration over top of it. But there they are combined together, and I'm just going to take my boot and put it on. I'm just matching up my edges and matching up the edges on the other side. And essentially it's nice and hot right now, and I'm just putting it on, shaping it on like so. Alrighty. Everyone should know how to cook regardless of sex. Yeah, you need a woman who just loves cats and hugs. Skelios. I love cats and hugs. I do not cook well. I know everybody should learn how to cook regardless of sex, 100%, but I just don't. I don't know. I grew up with a single mom who is a partner in a law firm, and she would get home really late and she would do everything in her power to cook, but the meals that she cooked were things like shake and bake, and they were things like just spaghetti, right? Because she was doing a lot of things. She was a single mother working to provide and also coming home and doing the mom stuff. So I did not learn from a traditional sort of stay-at-home mom environment, kind of community sort of thing with a bunch of people, brothers, sisters, all of that in the house. So I didn't learn necessarily traditional cooking methods, but that's okay because I learned to do other things good. So that is okay. Oh, I is confused. Oh, good times. No, that was the top. Yeah, that was the top single cheer was Modern doing that. That was my top single cheer. And I think it resets like every month or something. So, yes. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Astro Zombie Photography. Thank you so much for the follow. So there is my toe cap of my toe shoe armor. So you can see it is right there, and I've just heated it and put it on. Then you can just kind of pop this off and peel out the saran wrap, super easy. And I have my toe armor right there. So my toe armor is all good to go. It lines up beautifully with the bottom of my shoe. I can either add some D-rings in the inside to have it strap in, or I can glue it. Aw, thank you so much, Berserker Works. Oh my god, thank you so much. Look at the crazy heat gun. Right? Like it's dancing. Look at the crazy heat gun about. Oh, thank you so much, Berserker Works. I totally appreciate that. Thank you, honey. Oh, our resident sword metal worker smith, Berserker Works, up in here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much, honey. See, you got the happy dancing. Yay. Aw, thanks, hon. Seriously, I appreciate that so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much, honey. Oh, yeah, he can. Totally. I need to just 1 second. This just has to happen. It got like really smoky in here from this. I just gotta do one more thing from this. Wax paper. It's just wax paper smoke, and starting to like even make my chest hurt a bit. I need parchment paper like incredibly bad. Actually, I'm so sorry. It's like really hot. Do I not have a window in that room? The window doesn't open. It's one of these really old heritage houses, and so the window is like completely sealed shut. Oh my god. Though it said first for me, first for modern. That's hilarious. Oh, you know, modern. There's the squeaks. Absolutely adore squeaks. Actually, one thing I'm just going to do really quick before I do the other piece, because I just can't deal with this. I know I have to buy a new fan. That's why I do. I know. I do the door. It's just, it's not super harmful. Like, it's wax, right? It's wax paper. And you know when you put it, like, if you put wax paper in the oven, it smokes because the wax like heats up, so it's not like super duper dangerous, but I do need to I can't use the wax paper anymore, so I'm just gonna quickly go grab some tin foil because I know I have tin foil in the kitchen. Okay. I am back. I can't deal with this wax paper anymore. I need to go to the store and get some more parchment paper. Thank you for the follows. Yes, thank you, Chair Senpai. Thanks, says thank you for the follows. Yay. Chair Senpai is stoked. So thank you for the follows. No, I am getting rid of this crap paper because it's like way too hot. And it's just, ugh. It's just heating up, and I think there still might be some like foam particles on it or something. I don't know. But it is not good. And it is making my chest itch a little bit. So I'm doing the tin foil. See, tin foil's totally fine. Chair Senpai. This makes you want to craft. Lady Bug Tiger. Hello, Ladybug Tiger. I'm so glad that you came. So, one of the reasons, like, and this is just a little personal thing. I'm going to use this right now because this wax paper, so you can see with wax paper, like, I don't know if you can see this. Do you see all the melting that's going on the wax paper? That's what ends up smoking is the wax, and it's really gross and really annoying, and I don't like this. So, I'm just using tin foil, which is completely fine, completely heat safe and everything. The only thing that I don't like about tin foil is the fact that sometimes the tin foil can make dents in your Warbler because of the, like, whatever, right? And I don't like that. So, this is a personal thing. Chair Senpai. This makes me want to grab her right here, Senpai. Hello there, Chair. Oh, you guys are great. You love my stream, get tired of the wax paper, so bring out the foil. Make a hat? What do you mean? Make a hat out of the, like, tin foil? I could. I'll do it after. I just need to heat up this one last piece and then show you guys just putting it on top of this and whatever. I mean, you get the idea, Shuar. It's super duper easy. And then I'll make a tinfoil hat for you guys. Okay? And then I will. Cook something on wax paper and wax got all over the food. Mistakes were made. Yeah, you know what I mean about the smoke of wax paper? Like, it's fine for some uses. But, I mean, jeez. Like, it smokes like nobody's business. And all that smoke just started, like, making my chest hurt. And I just couldn't deal with it. I had to get out. I had to get done with it. Good idea seems unhealthy. Make a hat. Your husband forgot, though, to take the cardboard off of frozen pizza once. Oh my god. That's, like, insane. I can imagine that there was fire and smoke and just complete nightmare. My barbecue kind of lit up a little bit the other day. I haven't cleaned it out in a while, and I got kind of scared there. Okay. Yay, no more smell tinfoil. Except tinfoil also makes noise, too, and I hate that. Okay, so here we go. Put those down. Same thing. Except just the tinfoil, and it's all shiny and such. Oh. And Exavirus forgot to take the plastic off chicken before sticking in the oven. Yeah, I mean, I bet that was pretty bad, too. I bet it smelled. Is that what she's the X? True! Wow! Drew coming in here with the smart, quick-witted response. Yay, Drew! Hooray! Let's see how it kind of sticks, and it can sometimes take on, like, the look of the tinfoil, the folds and stuff. Probably you'll take some meds and fall asleep. Aw, feel better, hun. Aw, so Ladybug Tiger, you're not feeling well. I'm sorry, hun. I hope you feel better. It always sucks to be sick, especially at, like, the beginning of the summer. So, I hope you feel better, hun. Okay. So, once again, sandwich method. Just taking my protractor, running it along my edges of my craft foam pattern that is in here. Oh, I hate wax paper. Now I'm mad at the wax. Alright. And doing it on the top here. Yay! and then we shall make a hat. Okay. Thank you. Your dog is snuggling with you, and that's always a help. Aw, that is always a help. Pets are always the best when you're sick. You just make them stay with you the whole time and give snuggles. And they do, and they love to do that. So that's always super helpful when you're sick. You're having some sort of chicken drumstick for dinner. I like how you say you're having some sort of chicken drumstick. Like you're not quite entirely sure. Like what kind of chicken drumstick. Oh, I love that. But it's chicken. It's a drumstick, and this is going to be damn good, and I believe it. Why don't I have pets? Because my landlady will not let pets, and I'm too scared to break the rules because I really like my house. So I've had many, many pets in my life. My soulmate cat his name was Rufus. He passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. He lived to be like 17, so he was really old, 17, 18. But he was like, you have like soulmate animals who just like, I don't know, you just connect with, and it's this sort of, maybe I sound stupid, maybe I sound like a crazy cat person, but that's who Rufus was. And he was amazing. And then I have my other cat, Kitty, and she, don't get me started. I intended on getting a male cat, and there just were no, so I'm just heating this up again and then gonna shape it on the shoe. So I intended on getting a male cat, and there were no male cats that were really nice, and then this one little girl cat came, and she chose me. I was in there in the room with all the kitties, and these male cats were really mean, and they were not being nice to me, and then she came and just sat in my lap and fell asleep. And so I chose her, but I had all these boy names picked out and no girl names. So I just called her the little baby kitty for a while, and we just called her baby kitty, and then she just became Kitty, and then that's her name is Kitty. So I know that's like awful, but that's what happened. But yeah, and I've had lots of dogs, for sure. Amazing dogs like Brinkley and Dakota. My mom's got a new dog after Brinkley passed away. His name's Dexter. And he's pretty crazy. But, yeah, it's just, it's just sometimes when you don't have your own house and you gotta rent others, you gotta play by the rules. So someday I'll be allowed to have cats again, and that'll make me happy. But for right now, that's okay. So I have cat stuffed animals and cat pillows. I have pillows with little business cat looking things on them. So again, I'm just taking my heated up piece and I'm just draping it over top of my shoes, and I'm just lining it up to where the pattern meets, and I'm just shaping it over top of that. So, just the other part of shoe armor. You have 5 animals. That's you why you had to finally buy your house. It's so cute. Oh my god. You have 20 cats? You actually have 20 cats, Heskilios? Oh my god. That's so many cats. You blame the internet for making you want cats. 20 cats, though? I know. I mean, but the internet is just really good to cats. They've made cats awesome things. I missed. Hold on. I missed what Andrea said. Let's see. Nothing is wrong with cattle. Please remember, you can't spell homeowner without the word meow. Totally. I know. I wish I could have cats, but unfortunately, it's just not. I don't know. I like my place. The city that I live in, the town that I live in, is not great for rent or for finding places, and I have a decently priced place and a really good location. I just don't want to risk that yet. You found tortellini in the freezer. You're so happy right now. Oh my gosh, Chicago, that's awesome. I want tortellini in the freezer. I want freezer tortellini. Good old times when you had more than 10 horses, 2 dogs, and 3 cats at home. Wow, you're one of the people that have had horses. That's awesome. I grew up, I took riding lessons for a little while because I think every little girl is like obsessed with horses and wants to learn how to ride. Let's see. Lady, you've got 2 dogs, Maggie and Bentley. They're spoiled and they're babies that you're allergic to cats. Oh, lady, that is lovely. I had, Bentley's close to the name that my old dog was. His name was Brinkley. So, close, but that's awesome. I like those names. Maggie and Bentley. Those are great, great names. You're allergic to cars. I knew you had cats, so that's great that you said you're allergic to cars at first. You're trying to get a goat, Angela. Wow, awesome. Anyway, I mean, that's pretty sick of a goat. Okay, this is still warm and still shaping, but I'm just gonna peel this off because I want that out. So this is still hot, and I'm just gonna place it right back on top, but I just wanted a better eye view so you can see. So there's the armor that's just going on, and I'm holding it and I'm shaping it, and then here is the toe armor as well. So if you wanted to add a separation point where you do your bending, it would sort of be right there. However, you can also take your armor and you were to segment this down, and then you would make it so that these are not actually attached. This is why I'm just holding it here. But you kind of see, so then you would start building it on top of one another. So now there's relief in there, and then you start piling it on top. So, or I guess you would put this one on top of this one. I guess that makes more sense. But you know what I mean? So you got this on top of this, right? And then you just start building it up on top as you build up your shoe armor, I keep wanting to say greaves, but I'm not too sure if that is right. So then you just keep building it up, and you would go layer after layer after layer, just heating it, shaping it, all based on the pattern that you have drawn out and created. So shoe armor is super duper simple and easy to make. And then you can take bits of your, I don't have any edging just right at the moment, it's all summer, but then you take bits of your edging and you start adding designs and relief to it. You can start adding textures, you can, you know, you can do a lot of different things. Start adding edges to make it so that it's, you know, it has even more relief and dimension, but then you can kind of see that there. Or if you wanted to have them, oops. Or if you want to have them stay separate for that, see where your toe bends right there. If you want to have them stay separate for the bend, this is just what they would look like separate for the bend. So you can see, again, nice and hard. It is shoe armor. So hard shoe armor, decorate it, add some D-rings. Like I said, you can either add small little D-rings on the sides here and have them strapped down and attached with a rope, a really strong rope or an elastic. You can take your chances with glue gunning if you do not want to use the shoes again. Or another great alternative, and this is the one that I like to use, is the combination like I showed you of putting little D-rings on the inside, putting tiny little D-rings on the inside, and then taking the adhesive Velcro and putting one piece of the adhesive Velcro onto the inside of the cap, the other piece on the toe, so that you can still peel it off and reuse the shoes, but you are taking your little bit of rope here and strapping it and attaching it to the bottom where it's attached to your D-rings, but you also have that increased strength of the stick-on Velcro that is keeping it on there as well. So So, I mean, shoe armor is incredibly simple to do. So this is, it would look, I showed you how to pattern both out, one with the heel, one without the heel. It would look exactly the same with a heel, except instead of it sort of, you know, this kind of goes all the way to the ground, essentially, almost. Instead of it going all the way to the ground, then it's, it does not. Okay, so I'm just looking at chat really quick. Goats smell really bad. You used to have goats. Oh, okay. Goats. So I missed that part. I missed about the goats. You could hurt, yeah, you could hurt someone with that. Wouldn't it make it uncomfortable when walking? Angela, are you talking about having the thread on the bottom? Because the thread that I use is, if you ever see there's this strong elastic, but instead of it being rounded, it is actually flat elastic. Or you can get more sort of like, you know how shoelaces are kind of flat? In fairness, like if you're looking at something like this that has, sorry, these are my dirty shoes. These are worn down a bit, but if you're seeing, see, these have grids and stuff on them anyway that have them raised. Literally the piece of just nice thin flat cording or whatever will just end up going through the grids, and in reality you don't feel it. And this is gonna sound like it's not trying to diminish being like, ooh, I feel a little bit of thread on the bottom of my shoes. It's like you're sitting there in full head to toe armor at a con. Like the last thing that I'm thinking of is that I'm stepping a little bit on, like, you know, a bit of thread. I'm like, oh my God, my shoulders and my breastplate and like my helmet is so hot. And like, so that's sort of the last thing I'm thinking of. But if you just get, there's flat types of route that you can use, and then, yes. Oh, you must go now. Good night, Andy and family. Good night, Adrius. Night, night. Audio only mode, here you come. Night, night, Adrius. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, fair enough, Angela. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it really is like, I'm just going to just try shoving these on. It really, you don't, if you use, there's flat cording and threading that you can use for it. And also, it seriously is kind of like the last thing that you're thinking of. So I'm just like tossing my boots on right now just so I can put this on, and my toe armor. And there you go. See, I got some cool armor starting, and you can see, even though they're not like attached obviously, but you can see like where I'm bending my toe right now. So that's why I will sometimes leave a gap in the armors so that when I am bending my toe, it is not going on top of each other. You can do it so that you don't have a gap. It just makes it a lot more uncomfortable walking. But yeah, got my shoe armor all starting. Shoe armor is super duper easy to do, but it is such, personally I find that it is a necessary part of every armor cosplay, because it's just nice to see the armor from head to toe. So yes, there's my shoe armor as I'm trying to like stick my leg out right there. And I was just following up, but there you go. Super duper easy peasy. All it is just making a pattern. So, oops. Super duper easy. Okay. Alrighty, so I think that is just everything for today. It's just the basics of shoe armor construction, and you can even see right here, like the pieces are not even on the model, and you can already see it's like taking the exact shape of the boot. So it's like, it's really simple. And then all you do, just tiny little D-rings. I have my D-ring box floating around here somewhere. I can't find it. I'll show it one more time. Andy was saying that she didn't care when she steps on. Yeah. Oh, good night, CK Cosplay. Night, night. Night, CK Cosplay. Bye. And night. I'm just looking at this, Angela. Night, Adrius. Night, CK Cosplay. What? Modern? Like, What did I miss? Oh, bullshit loot box, 4-player icons. Oh, Eric's back and he's having a hard time with the Overwatch. Yeah, I mean, this last event's been a real struggle with loot boxes. But just one more look just so you can sort of see. So these are just the tiny little baby D-rings that I'm talking about. All they are is just attached in the inside of the shoe with just a little bit of Warbler on there. And this is the double-sided or the sticky-sided adhesive Velcro that I was talking about. Super duper easy. You just take 2 little D-rings, put them on the side. You can do the toe one too if you want, but this was one of the first pieces of shoe armor that I ever made. So I have found that these 2 D-rings right here, the front and the back and the front one, really are kind of useless. Just having yourself a nice little sticky Velcro, and these side rings are super duper easy. All you do, just stick it on here and it's good. So you can see, here's the base. This is the side D-ring right here. Here's the base of this one, and I've just attached it just with this little bit. This was the same fabric that I used for a lot of my Barbarian rip-torn fabric-y pieces. That was just, had some fabric hanging off my arms and hanging off my loincloth and whatever, right? So that's it. Just one little attachment right here, just around the side, and attach that just right around. You don't even see it when you have a separate heel. You can't even see that attachment there. I did add D-rings as well at the top here, so I don't know if you can see those, where you can strap this just around the back of, just around your ankle, so you can see the other D-ring on the side. If you really wanted to, the center one holds pretty well. But if you want to attach them around the back, you absolutely can. And that's it. It's super simple. Just some D-rings, and you can get yourself some great shoe armor. So, I mean, you can see that this is essentially like such a similar, you know, base that I have going right here. And all you need to do is just edge it out, decorate it, add some crazy spikes onto it, add some swirls and filigree and whatever, and it really just works out so well. This is like the very first shoe armor that I ever made. So, and the technique has never ever failed me throughout all of my shoe armor adventures. See, once again, just looking at, sorry, don't mind the mess of the spray paint scraping off, but just looking at this, it's white, so it's being blown out just a little bit, but you can see the green rope. That's just attaching this side piece just in around there. It's just a little bit of green thread and fabric. So, and that's it. It's very, very simple. Shoe armor is just all about just patterning out. You've seen 2 different ways to pattern on something that's a heeled wedge or something that is completely flat. Super easy, just making both your pieces and attaching them. So, yes. Andy, I'm about as flexible as you. I know, I'm not very flexible. It sucks. I don't bend well. That was pretty bad. Oh, your pizza's drawn in the mosquitoes. Where are you, Berserker? Shirky, thank you so much for the follow. I totally appreciate that. Thank you, Eddie. Eddie, do I need a manicure? You can take care of that. You're amazing at nails. No way, it's Stick Up Noodles. Oh, Booker DeWitt, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Probably, I don't have nails. I know a lot of girls have this like really long, crazy nails and stuff, but I find that it actually hurts my crafting when my nails are done. So I like to have them, like you can see just all the stuff I've gotten, like all of my Sharpie on me tonight. It's like everywhere, and it's just, I don't know. As a cosplayer, using like tools and paints and whatever, I don't really see the purpose of having crazy cool nails. You live in the boonies. That's awesome. But I mean, you're having pizza with mosquitoes? It's crazy. Apple Bottom. That's a nice name. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Apple Bottom's a lovely name. Okay, so yes, I think that this little short tutorial Sunday is done. I'm not too sure if Second is still here or not, but I am glad that he can look over this and watch the VOD and see exactly how to make these, you know, how to make his armor. I'm sure this will work out perfectly for his smoke cosplay. It has that same very simple sort of layered type armor effect on it, at least in reference photos. Aw, Apple Bottom, those are some very sweet little emojis right there. Those are lovely. Short normal nails are prettier anyway. Well, these are just hands. It's not even, they're just hands. Aw, I love those little emojis. The only reason you have long nails is because your husband uses me for scratching his back. But I have a lot of, so many of my friends have those super long nails. So when I go to the Yukon, it'll be like your place, no one around. I know, I'm excited for it. The Yukon's going to be super duper great. So, onions have layers. They totally do. Onions have lots of layers. And people can be like onions. The more you peel away, the deeper the layers get and the deeper the person gets. So, philosophical. Anyway, oh shush. Anyway, thank you guys so much for the recent follows, but I actually am just going to be ending it up right now. If anybody has any final questions for me, please let me know right now. Post your final questions or comments or anything, because yeah, I'm gonna be wrapping it up real quick here. So yeah, post your final questions or comments or suggestions for future shows or anything. All right, calm down, Shrek. Hey, Modern. You know what? Sometimes you gotta be deep. Sometimes you gotta bust out some of the philosophical stuff. So, yes. Anyway, if anybody does have any final questions or comments or anything or suggestions of things you'd like to see me work on for the future, please let me know. Andy, did you want me to repost the project that you did today? Lizzie, can you just, because I probably missed it in chat earlier, so can you, send me a message, please? Just whisper me on Twitch, and, I would like to see your project, so just whisper me on Twitch and send me a picture there. Window for my room. I know, well, like, there's one right there, but it doesn't open. It's old. It just doesn't open. Also, yes, here you can find updates and everything about when I'm going to be going live and just random things throughout the week and stuff. All on my social medias, and most active on Instagram, then Facebook, then Twitter, because I do not do Twitter very well. Also, all of my previous crafting tutorials, things like my resin tutorial, my LED tutorial, just Warbler tutorials, breastplates, all that stuff can be found at my YouTube below, as well as I think there's still some VODs saved on Twitch and everything. So yes, can I craft some armor? Can I craft you some armor from Final Fantasy XIV? I probably could, and I will look into it in Instacup Noodles. I will look into some, as I am still looking into the phone case that I have to. So yes, definitely I will look into that. Yeah, window for your room is your suggestion. I know. I think I'm just gonna get a fan. Like, it's just... You guys saw it when I was doing my floor shows. Like, it doesn't open. It's painted over. It's an old... I'll try maybe to try prying it open soon. But then now I'm scared that the bugs will get in. But I will. I'm going to try prying it open this week because, like, this is enough is enough. Like, it's really hot in here. And that smoke made my throat hurt. So, anyway. Yes, you asked if you could mail me a fan. Floor shows, not like that, where you know the show on the floor. I guess floor shows is a worse connotation to it. I don't know. So, it is. There's floor shows. Yes, if you could mail me a fan. You can totally mail me, but I can just go down to the Walmart and go grab myself a fan. But the problem is that it's just, even with the fan in here, I need like fresh air coming in. So that's why I need to work on dealing with that window. Anyway, that's beside the point. I want to thank all of you guys for coming and for spending time with me. This was a very interesting night. This is a weird one for a Sunday. Very, Chaco went to some weird places at times, so pretty, it was very, very interesting. But yes, and as always, I'd love to thank lovely moderator Drew. I am going to be looking for a couple more mods upcoming. I want someone that is within my time zone. So I need somebody like from BC that is like within my time zone. And I also would like some women. I don't know, that sounds weird, but I would like some female mods. So if there's any of you lovely cosplay ladies that would be interested in being a moderator, please message me and let me know, because I definitely would love some girls to be some mods. I just want that diversity, okay? So yes, I are a woman. I know you are not in Stuffed Noodles, like personally, so there you go. No. But yeah, someone here, I don't know. Of course, No Worries Berserker works. And, I'll buy Apple Bottom and Fan will blow everything you're trying to work on around. Yeah, that's true, Modern. So I just need to get that window cracked open. So yes, you need 2.5 of those. Well, yeah, Lizzie, if you would be actually interested in doing modding, I want some women. I don't know, I want some women mods. So, I don't know, I just do. So yeah, so if you would be interested, just whisper me on Twitch if any of you guys here would be interested on being moderator, and girls would be interested in being moderators. Please just whisper me on Twitch, because Drew's doing a wonderful job, but you know, there's gonna be days where Drew's gonna be busy, or Drew, you know what I mean? So like, just gotta share the wealth a little bit. So yes. So send me a message if you would be interested in that stuff. Just whisper me on my chat and everything. So yes. Yeah, thank you guys. We had a really good time. It was a good night. Someone irresponsible. Are you talking about yourself, Modern? Do you want to be the Modern mod status? You know, get a Nightbot woman. No. Oh, get Nightbot. I know, but I like having people. I like it not being some robot that comes up all the time with these, like, spam things and whatever. I like that it's, like, real people. But, I mean, alright. I'll look into Nightbot Modern, okay? So, yes. Yeah, Drew sets a really high standard. He's, No, not fired. Just a no, yeah. Drew is awesome. But like, before we had Scott in here like a lot, and he was really helpful with taking the load off of Drew, and Scott's gotten really busy with life and real stuff, and so it's just, Drew does a wonderful job. But like, for example, he messaged me about on Thursday and said he did end up being able to be here, which was great, but he was like, I've got this family thing and I don't think I'm going to be able to be there. And I said, it's okay, like I'll figure it out and like whatever, you know. And so it would just be nice to have some just in case, you know, right? So absolutely. Mod Drew is best mod. Yeah, Mod Drew is great mod for sure. So yes, and also, you know, curse you, Scott. I know, and also like, you know, I do want someone, I need one person who is like British Columbia, who's in the exact same time zone as me, so that our hours can match up, which really is helpful for me because I'm at the like earliest time zone in all of North America. So, except for Hawaii, I guess. But, so that's good. I need somebody time zone, and then I need the ladies. Need a lady. Need some women. So, because I want the women for sure. So yeah, just definitely messaging about it for next stream. I'm gonna hopefully have some new mods and everything. So yes, you're born there to sack. No, it's just the time zone is just because, you know, like it gets late. It's weird days. It's weird times of the day for people. But when it's like, you know, it's like only like 10 o'clock or something like that, you know, in BC, it's like 1 a.m. on the East Coast, right? But that's why I need somebody in BC where it's only 10 for them still, right? I need somebody who's there that just in case other people have to go or whatever, they can relieve that. And then I need a woman's touch in here for moderators as well. And I want a fellow lady to help me out. So, oh, yeah, it's 2:40 a.m. here, right? So, anyway, your province away, Booker. So, yeah, just send me messages. Write me messages in the whispers. Just whisper me on Twitch if you would be interested. And yes, so I want to say thank you guys. Thank you everybody for coming and for visiting. We had a great stream. It was super fun. Got a little weird, but that's okay. Good story time. And hope you learned something about making your shoes look pretty. Saving them from axes and arrows. So, yes. And I will see you guys all on Twitch Cosplay Thursday. And like I told you before, when school sort of wraps it up. Aw, thanks, Modern. Oh my god, he only did that. He only did that because of Berserker Works' one set. Way to go, Modern. Way to have the last laugh in there. I am impressed, Modern. Night, Missy. I hope you had a good time. And night, Theldonis. And night, Drew. And It's a Cup Noodles. And Modern. And Booker, your normal shoe didn't protect your foot from an axe. And now you got shoes that will. And so thank you guys. I will see you all on Thursday. And I hope you guys have a beautiful start to your week. Okay? Thank you all for coming. Bye, guys.